problem with the Ducati. This time it's the charger. So the battery charge connector, I noticed that the charger was producing a 0 voltage through it. Initially thought it was something to do with the charger, but no, it's the charge connector, and the problem is, you can probably see, it's broken. Luckily I've got a new cable, because when I bought my charger, the optimizer, I'm using the optimizer 900 from Oxford, it came with a spare one of these cables. So now I've got to get the whole tank off, which is not too bad actually. It's just a matter of unclipping it here with this clip and then lifting up the whole tank. I'm going to have to prop the tank up, find a way to prop the tank up, and then I'm going to disconnect this old cable and refit a new one. We've got the tank up on the Ducati so I can access the battery. Here it is. All looks pretty scary to me, but this should be pretty straightforward. Just a matter of disconnecting the terminals here. My understanding is you disconnect the negative and then the positive, and then all I've got to do is replace this cable and thread it back through. The thing is with these things, they always look easy, but they don't always turn out to be easy. Now what I've got here, I've forgotten I'd bought this off Amazon for about £8.99p UK pound. It's basically a magnetic lamp, and what I've done is I've put a bit of tissue between the base of it so that it doesn't scratch the tank. But yeah, really good this, because it allows me to get a really bright light onto the battery and I can see what I'm doing. So I've done it. Very simple, very straightforward, easy to accidentally drop these little screws though. If you drop those, you're in a serious problem. But yeah, I've done it. So everything's cabled up, fed it all back through again, pretty straightforward, and the new connector for the battery is on there. Oh, now that is really frustrating because it's still showing 0 volts, 0 amps. So now I'm not sure whether it is the actual optimizer that's now failing or the cable, because it's definitely a brand new cable. It's the cable that came with the optimizer. It's definitely correctly wired, red to positive, black to negative, all correctly wired to the battery. It was working before. Right, so my next step is I'm going to attach crocodile clips to the battery, going back to the exact same charger. So hopefully that will determine whether it's the cable or whether it's the charger itself. Right, so this is interesting. If I connect using the crocodile clips, I actually get a voltage reading. So what that tells me then is the cable that I've just fitted for some reason still isn't connecting back to the battery. I've disconnected it, I've reconnected it, it all seems to me to be perfectly okay. What I've discovered is there is a small inline fuse which is different from the fuse on the old wire, because I could have used that. The one from the old cable was a car fuse, the standard types of fuse you get from a car. This one is a little tiny inline fuse, non-standard. It's not the same as a household fuse. So I've managed to get the fuse from the cable that comes with the crocodile clips, and I'm now going to insert that into this cable and hopefully it will work. I've now put the new fuse in that is from the crocodile clip cable, and still not working. Still no voltage coming through. I'm completely perplexed. I've taken the fuse back out of the cable that I originally fitted brand new, put that same fuse back into the croc clips, charges perfectly, no problem at all. It's finding the voltage, charging the battery perfectly. If I take that same fuse and put it into the cable that I've fitted, which is perfectly connected and correctly connected, it doesn't work. I've now connected the crocodile clips on a sort of a semi-permanent basis, so they're connected in and I've wired them in. It seems to work. It seems to be a solution. I'm a bit nervous when it comes to riding it, whether it will cause any problems, but the tank shuts down okay, and that is my temporary solution until I can find out why on earth the using the standard battery connectors doesn't work. The tank's back down, saddle's back on, everything's back together. The connector that goes back inside to the underside of the tank is all connected back up, and the battery charger is showing a voltage, so it's worked for now. Obviously I'm going to have to get those croc clips off later on, but it'll allow me to at least charge the bike without having to keep taking the tank off during the winter. I need to check that my earlier electrical tinkering in trying to get that battery charger connection working hasn't affected the electrics of the bike. I really don't like riding the Ducati on these roads when it's like this, when it's wet, muddy, there's roadworks everywhere. It usually means the bike needs a damn good clean when I get back, but unfortunately needs must, and I really want to get the check done to see that this battery is still being charged. So far all the other electrical items seem to be intact, so indicators are working, brake light, keeping a very careful watch now on slippery roads, particularly wet leaves. One of the things I am going to do when I get back actually is I'm going to pack a little toolkit underneath the saddle, I think, so that if I do have any glitches I can hopefully try and fix them. Well, this should put some charge in the battery, providing that stator's working. We're almost at exactly 20 miles round trip, so when we get it back and plug the battery checker in, I'm really hoping that the battery has maintained the voltage. God, it's a good bike this. We've got it back. Okay, time to check the battery and see if it's hopefully kept its charge. Okay, so we plugged it in to the voltmeter and it's still showing 13 volts. Thank goodness for that. So it hasn't dropped any voltage at all. So I'm going to presume that my little bit of work of getting those clamps on permanently seems to have worked.